Many of the lots around the perimeter are marked as empty on all of the maps of Bachelors Grove, or as unsold. And we've come to believe that these corners of the cemetery were probably set apart for paupers' graves or potters' graves. And even we believe that there are interments at Bachelors Grove from Oak Forest Hospital, which has its own cemetery. But there have been times in Oak Forest Hospital's history where burials were not done there. There were complaints about the way that burials were being done. There were complaints about the care of the cemetery. There were burials that were done in Indiana for a while and in other local cemeteries. We know that many cemeteries in the Chicago area kept graves specifically for people that were disadvantaged, that could not afford burial. We know that in times of tragedies such as the Eastland disaster or the Iroquois Theater fire, graves were donated to those who could not afford their own burials. And we've found genealogical records that are attached to, the keywords Bachelors Grove that come up with titles such as Smith's Cemetery, Schmidt Cemetery, English Bachelors Grove, Everton's, Fulton's. So we strongly believe that there were interments of patients at Oak Forest Hospital at Bachelors Grove, which remain today. We also know that there are burials of many infants and children whose births and burials were never even registered with the county or with the state. We believe that there are maybe 24 or more children interred at Bachelors Grove whose graves were never marked or whose deaths were never even recorded. We have also found that there were a lot of adult deaths in Bachelors Grove that were never recorded, including the parents of Frederick Schmidt, who was the last owner of the land. Frederick and Margaret Schmidt were the couple, Margaret, after Frederick's death, selling the land to the Forest Preserve. His parents are interred in Bachelors Grove Cemetery, and they actually lived next door to Frederick and Margaret Schmidt. But there's no record of even their deaths, let alone their burials at Bachelors Grove, and we only know this from family history being passed down, and of a gentleman who told us that his relatives used to talk about visiting their great-grandparents' graves in Bachelors Grove Cemetery. So putting all of this together, we have come to the conclusion that there are over 200 people buried at Bachelors Grove Cemetery still today. So attempts of people to say it doesn't even matter anymore because no one's even buried there, it's simply not true at all.